Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, sometimes we pull text off of a document or a digital resource, whether it be from an internet or a document we have downloaded from somewhere else in cyberland. And we need to format the text or change the text to be the same completely throughout. So what I have done is I have changed the text here, and I'm going to show you how to clear the formatting of the text to make it all the same so we can completely start over. So this technique is called clear formatting, and there's a special way to do this. There's a couple ways, but it's kind of a shortcut to take everything that we have done, or we've pulled the formatting, and just kind of clear everything so we can have a fresh slate to do this. You can see that I've in this paragraph here, I've got bold, I've got italics, I've got different color text, I've got some different fonts going on. I want to get rid of all of that because I want to start completely over so I can have professional looking text, and I don't have to change everything or do multiple changes at one time. Or multiple changes at different times either. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select all of my text, and there's different ways to do that. I can click and drag all of my text, or if I didn't want to do that, I can hold down a control key for my keyboard shortcut and press the letter A, and that'll select all my text. And I can go up here to right here to more, and this is called clear formatting. This button is clear formatting. Another way to do that is to click format. And all the way down here at the bottom is the same button, clear formatting. There's also a keyboard shortcut, which is the control key and /. That'll do the same thing. So when I click this, all three of these options, it's going to clear the formatting and go to a default setting. And you can see that default setting is set to normal text. The style is normal. I get an Arial font at 11 point font size, with nothing in this style here, no bold, italics, or underline, and the default color is black. And so now I can start to format my text the way that I want. And while I'm showing you all of this, and you can see that when I format the text, you can see the spaces in the text. I couldn't see this space before because of the way the format was done. So now I can see there's this big giant gap here, and I can get rid of this space. Actually, look here, there's several spaces there. Now I can fix that formatting that was done by whoever wrote this text before. I can see that there is, I see that giant gap there and multiple spaces that were there. In speaking about spaces, I want to talk to you briefly about paragraph spacing. Whenever there's paragraphs to be made, whenever we start a new paragraph, what we don't want to do, typically what we do when we're first learning to make paragraphs is that we typically put spaces at the beginning of paragraphs. So often we're taught or we're shown or we start by doing multiple spaces by hitting the space bar several times to make our indentation of paragraphs. That is actually an incorrect way to make paragraphs, to indent paragraphs when typing or in word processing. What we're going to do is to use the tab key, and that is already a sent indentation by our page indentation markers up here. So when you hit the tab key is located near the Q button on the keyboard, or the Q key on the keyboard. When I hit tab, you can see that it automatically, or automagically as I like to say, is our first line indent right here. And if I undo that, watch this line right here. This is our first line indent. I'm going to hit tab one more time. Just one press of the tab key indents my paragraph perfectly. Now when I go to make the next paragraph and I hit enter, you can see that it automatically or automagically goes to the next space and indents for me so that I can start typing my next paragraph to do that and ready to set my next body paragraph or conclusion wherever I am in my writing. All right, and so there we have some extra formatting tips. One, in order to clear the formatting of text that I have copied and pasted from either another document or a digital resource that I'm using, and to be able to use the tab key to set my indentions correctly for my document.